Hello, book friends. Welcome back. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Today, guys, we are going to do our April wrap up. Woo, my goodness, guys. I did a lot. This month. Guys, I read 11 books. That's right, 11 books. I had not intended on reading that many books. I mean, I think in my TBR, I might have said 8 books, but I did 11 books, which was a really big month for me. 2 of those, however, were audiobooks, okay? So what I plan to do is talk to you about my audiobooks, and then we are going to jump right into my actual books. And with my actual books, I'm going to give you the books according to rating, starting with the lowest to the highest. And friends, I think I had 3 5-star reads. So the first book, and I am going to use my notes, guys, because I did read so many books. I'm also going to kind of touch on the synopsis because, I mean, y'all already know. You start reading all these books, some of them start sounding like child. So I am going to kind of read some of the synopsis, especially if I can't remember everything. So I'm going to start with my 2 audiobooks. And the first one I did was Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. My girl Geneva. I'm starting to really like Geneva. And so I decided to do the audiobook. I actually wanted to get the book, but once I saw that it was available on audio, I just went on ahead and listened to that book. And I gave that book, and even while I'm talking to you guys, I'm like, maybe I should have gave that book at least a 3.5 stars. I gave it a 3 stars, guys. I did. It was good. It was good. You know, there were 3 main POVs, I want to say. I mean, there was a lot of other POVs in the book. I think not a lot, but maybe a couple of others, but the main characters in this book, we're talking about 3 siblings who they find out that after and this is, I believe, in the synopsis, their mother passes, and you have 3 siblings. One, the brother, he's doing really well. He's off somewhere away from home. Then you have the sister who actually stayed with the mom, and I don't remember their names by heart. Sorry, guys. And I don't have the physical book, so I can't even grab those names for you. And then you have the younger sister who has her issues, honey. It's always that one. You gonna have one, okay? And ain't nothing wrong with a child, but you always gonna have that one that you know, they a little challenging, okay? But the mother dies, and I believe, let me see. You know, there's some stuff going on even before it starts getting really, you know, you start really getting into the book. Once she becomes unalive, that's when stuff starts to unravel. And so the biggest thing was, I think, they find out through looking through some things. You know, they're packing up, looking through some things, and they find this videotape, and it start telling a lot of stuff about their mama and daddy. Okay, so it was really good. I feel like there was some parts. The reason why I gave it a 3 point. Well, actually, I just gave it 3 stars, but I think I might go back and give it a 3.5. it starts, it's some slow parts in there to me. But overall, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Overall, the book was really, really good. So, I think I'm going to go back and give it a 3.5 stars. Okay. Then we have Do Not Disturb by your girl Frida. Now, y'all know about Frida McFadden, okay? We don't even really have to discuss that, really. She gonna do what she gonna do. And Do Not Disturb, really, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It had its twists and turns, as usual, Frida McFadden style. But I ended up giving that a 4-star. I did. That book was, the ending was, yeah, it was good. Y'all just read it. That's all I can tell you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into, my actual physical books, because now I have something that I can actually kind of look at the synopsis on them and kind of remind myself of what actually happened. Okay, so we're going to start with The Silent Patient. Now, The Silent Patient by Alex, and I'm not going to pronounce his name. I don't want y'all to have to see the eyeball roll on this film, on this video, so I'm not going to say his name. But a lot of people raved and raved about this book, and I wanted so bad to love this book. But I don't know. I don't know if it was because I was already in the mix of reading so many other good, like what I felt like were really good thrillers, that I couldn't get into this one. But I'm gonna tell you, it had its twist, and it was weird. It was really weird. And it was basically about a woman who had, shot up her husband. And I believe the synopsis talks about this. Let me see. She refused to talk after. Let me see if I can find it, guys. I believe it was said that she shot her husband in the face several times or something like that. Yes. Returns home late from work, and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and then never speaks another word. Okay. That alone will have you wanting to pick this book up. So then you go through the story, where she's of course put away, and there's a psychiatrist, psychotherapist, or whatever you want to call him, what have you, that was really, really determined to be her doctor, to try to find out why she's not talking, why she is not talking. And I'm talking about, years that this woman didn't talk. Okay. So he was trying to make it his duty to try to find out, why she stopped talking. And it get crazy. It get crazy. And now that I'm talking about it once again, I think, what did I say? I gave this book a 3-star. This probably is another one that I probably would have given this a 3.5. I might have to go back and change it. But I just think it was slow in some parts. And in trying to figure out, because see, we still trying to figure out who did it, child. Did she really do it? Why did she do it? And it just get kind of weird a little bit. At least it did to me. It might just be my mind. Okay. It might just be the way my mind is set up. But I may go back and give this a 3.5 stars, because it really was, I think it was just unique in its own way of how this story was written. I don't know. But I did enjoy it, okay? I did enjoy it. I would tell you to pick it up, okay? I would say pick it up, okay? Because how I might feel about it, maybe, honey, I was just slow about it and just didn't catch it. Maybe you'll catch on sooner than me, all right? So the next book that I have, this is The Mother-in-Law by Sally Hepworth. And guys, pretty much all of these books, and I think I mentioned it when I was doing my TBR, telling you what books I was going to read, that most of these books are authors that I am reading for the first time. So that too can play a part in me learning their writing styles. That too could probably play a part in why I'm giving them the score that I'm giving them, is because I'm learning them. And Sally Hepworth is definitely one that I've never read before. And what did I give her? Sally, what did I give Sally? 3.5. 3.5, The Mother-in-Law. I'm going to read this one just to kind of remind myself what happened here. From the moment Lucy met her husband's mother, she knew she wasn't the wife Diana had envisioned for a perfect son. Okay. Exquisitely polite, friendly, and always generous, Diana nevertheless kept Lucy at arm's length despite her desperate attempts to win her over. And because she was a pillar in the community, an advocate for female refugees, and a woman happily married for decades, no one had a bad word to say about Diana except Lucy. Now, really, Lucy was just salty because she wanted her mother-in-law to like her. But that was 5 years ago. Now, Diana, the mother-in-law, is dead, and a suicide note is found near her body, claiming that she no longer wanted to live because of the cancer wreaking havoc inside of her. But the autopsy found no cancer. So this one, I definitely remember. I'm starting to remember now. Yeah, this one was a little, this one was a little different, I want to say. It was still a good thriller. Just trying to figure out, did her mother-in-law kill herself? And it is some stuff in there that's kind of twisty when you go and read. And see, that's what kind of makes it hard when you're doing a wrap-up. Because as you all know, I don't like spoilers. And I really don't want to talk too much about what I read. So all I can tell you is this was a good thriller. I'm really looking forward to reading, and this was an older one too. I think this one came out in let me see. This one came out in 2019. Okay, so I have other books here by Sally Hepworth, and so I'm really looking forward to reading those. All right. My next book that I have is Finley Donovan is Killing It. Okay. Your girl Finley got a 4-star. I really enjoyed this book. This book had me laughing. It was weird. If the pretty much in this story, Finley was talking about something, discussing the plot of her new suspense novel. She was talking about her suspense novel, and some woman overheard her talking about it and thought she was some kind of contract killer. And so Finley got caught up, child. She got caught up, and when I tell you she got herself tied up in a web, this woman, Lord, oh my goodness. It was funny though. It was funny, thrilling, all the things. I loved it. I have her other 2 books. This was her first read for me on this one as well. But I loved it. It was good. It was good. So yes, I gave that 4 stars. Then the next one I have is The Wife Before by Shanora Williams. Here we go. Another first time author for me. Woo, this one was a trip. What did I give this one? 4 stars. Yes, 4 stars. This was good. Samara Wilder has never had it easy, and when her latest lousy job goes south, things only promise to get harder until she unexpectedly meets a man who will change her life forever. Renowned pro golfer Roland Graham is wealthy, handsome, caring, and Samara is dazzled. Whew. Rolling, honey. Rolling. He was dreamy. He was a little dreamy. But you still was kind of side-eyeing him, I think, in this book as well. This one was twisted. This one was twisting and turning for show. This was a trip. This was a trip. I gave it a 4-star. And I'm telling you, once I start talking about these books again, because, you read one book, for me, I read one book, it filters on through and filters on out, and I'm on to the next book. And not that I'm not enjoying what I'm reading, but like, as I said before, it's like eating a good meal, child. You gonna savor it, enjoy it while you eating it, and then when you done, okay? So that's how I really am when I'm reading books. I don't hold on to stuff. I feel like those 5-star books that really hit for me, I'm going to remember those. I am going to remember those. I'm going to want to read them again, probably. This wasn't a 5-star. It was good, though. And you'll like it. She ended up marrying this guy. And then, child, is soon. And they always want to take somebody off somewhere. And that's what had me going, what? You don't know this man from the man on the moon, and you gonna marry him and then go off into some other world. Look, this was a trip. But it was really good. You'll like it. All right. The next book that I had was Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. 4 stars. I gave this one a 4-star. Look. This one, did I read this one? I read this one along, what do they call it? Tandem reading or whatnot, where you're reading a book along with audio. I did this one with audio. I did this one with audio too. I read this along with audio. And I'm glad I did, because had I not, I probably would have got, not bored, but I don't know. It wasn't as thrilling as I thought until probably more near the end. But it was good though. It was worth it's worth 4 stars. It's definitely worth 4 stars. And like I said, I think it was more because I actually listened to it on audio while I read along with this book. And the ending, yeah. The ending was very surprising, so you'll love it. You'll love it. I really wanted to get to this book. I think I have, of course, other books by Lisa Jewell as well. So I wanted to go ahead and get this one in, and I loved it. All right, so I had to take a little break in between reading all these thrillers, and I ended up grabbing, and these books, the order that I am reading these books in, or sharing these books with you guys, are not the order that I read them in, okay? But in between here somewhere, and I think this was more near, I just read this, what am I talking about? Near the end of the month, that I had to take a minute before I jumped in to the last couple of books that I read for the month. But I ended up reading Christina Forrest's Now That I Found You. Oh my goodness. This book was so cute. I gave it a 4.5 stars. It was cute. I would have gave this book a 5-star, but I don't know. The ending had me want more. I wasn't ready for this story to end. Let me see. 18-year-old Evie Jones is poised to be Hollywood's next big star. That is until a close friend's betrayal leads her to being blacklisted. And girl, her best friend, she would have got beat down. And now, I'm not violent, but that betrayal, yeah, what she did was just, anyway. Fortunately, Evie knows just the thing to save her floundering career. A public appearance with America's most beloved actress, her grandma Gigi, a.k.a. Evelyn Conway. The only problem is Gigi is a recluse who's been out of the limelight for almost 20 years. Days before Evie plans to present her grandma with an honorary award in front of Hollywood's elite, Gigi does the unthinkable and disappear. Now, that disappearance situation, I gotta be honest, it does kind of explain. No, did it really explain why she did it? Because as you read the story, and I don't think this is a spoiler, Gigi disappearing when stuff get too much for her is not anything new. But I mean, Gigi, child, you how old? I don't know. I think she at least in her 70s or something. You know, running away from problems or whatever. You should have it together by now, in my opinion. Okay, everybody different and handle stuff different. But anyway, I feel like the love story part of this between her and what was his name? Milo was cute in this book, child. He was cute. Evie and Milo, I felt like the romance part of that should have been longer than them talking about trying to get grandma to go to the awards, okay? But, you know, I didn't write the book. It was still good. You looking for a cute little romance. I wasn't ready for this one to end. I really don't even know if I have anything else by her, but this is my first time reading Christina, and I definitely want to read something else by her. All right. The next book that I have that we get into our 5 stars. Yes. The last 3 I got are my 5 stars for the month of April, y'all. I had 3 of them things, okay? Listen for The Lie by Amy Tintera. This was good. Did I read this? I think I did this one with audio. And I wanted to do it with audio because of the podcast. And this, man, the podcast thing they got going on in books, I didn't really think that I would like that so much. But this was good. I'm gonna tell you, when I saw Stephen King on here, I thought it was gonna be kind of scary or something, but it really is not scary. You're talking about Lucy and Savvy. They were, best friends in Texas. Savvy was a social butterfly, and Lucy, was kind of like the quiet side of the best friends, I guess. But anywho, let me see. Do we talk about what happened to Lucy Savvy? Okay, yep. So Savvy she's ended up becoming unalived, okay? She was murdered, all right? And so Lucy was the one that had all the blood on her and stuff. So, of course they're going to try to blame her. But this podcaster guy, what was his name? Ben. So Ben decided that he really wanted to hear this story and do a podcast about it. And he wanted to try to figure out who was guilty because she didn't get charged for that murder. Okay, she had actually moved away, I think, and came back. But she never got charged for it. So the only thing I didn't like about this book, and I still gave it a 5-star, was the fact that, let me see. Oh, no, I can't even talk about it. No, I can't even talk about it because they didn't mention it on here. So you just gonna have to find out. It's a part in here I'm like, really? You could have left that out. All right. But it was still good. I gave it 5 stars. All right. The next book I have, oh, Mr. Riley. The only one left. Mr. Riley Sager. Oh. I think he gonna be an auto buy. And let me tell you something, child. This one, Stephen King could have said something about. Okay? Because this one, woo. Now, it talked about horror, right? And y'all know I don't do horror, okay? But this one was so good. It had me a little creeped out, by the way. But this is about, let me see. Let me read this. At 17, let me see. So now reduced to a schoolyard chant, the Hope family murder shocked the Maine coast one bloody night in 1929. While most people assume 17-year-old Lenora was responsible, the police were never able to prove it. Other than her denial after killing, she has never spoken publicly about that night, nor has she set foot outside Hope's Inn, the cliffside mansion where the massacre occurred. Let me tell you, you want to talk about twists and turns, thinking you know who did it, and all of that. This one right here, this gonna have you messed up. This one is gonna have you messed up. Do you hear me? Creepy, all the things. And it was so good. Gave it a 5 star. I'm telling y'all, go pick him up. I think I've already went back on his backlog, and I think I got a new book I'll introduce next month. But I'm looking forward to, I think he got a new one coming out that I've already put in my cart. If I find it, I'll put it up here. I'm ready, honey. I am ready to read another Mr. Riley book. All right. So good. Then last but not least, and this is the one I did not expect to read. That's Not My Name by Megan Lowry, another first-time author. Y'all, I'm getting it in the first time, because the thing about the first-time authors is I mostly have more than one of their books on my shelf. Just from reading the synopsises, just from reading what the story is about, I was like, oh, I'm getting this, but I hadn't even read one book by the author yet. But this one, child, That's Not My Name, 5 star. Shivering and bruised, the teen wakes up on the side of a dirt road with no memory of how she got there, who she is. The police don't know where she came from until a frantic man arrives at the station. He's been searching for her for hours. He has her school ID, her birth certificate, and family photos. He is her father. Her name is Mary, or so he says. Let me tell you something. This was a trip. This was a trip. But it was so daggone good. The only thing is, I'm going to tell you, you're probably going to be sad. You're going to be sad. It's some sad stuff going on. That's all I can tell you. So, read with caution for me. It depends, trigger warnings for some people. But it was still good. It was good, y'all. So, hey, before I even say anything else, if you have not done already, I'm going to need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, put this little doodally at the end of the video, and let me know that you've been listening to me, okay? So, here we are. We have our wrap up of 11 books for the month of April. I'm telling you, it has been a good month. I thought that I would probably be kind of burnt out with the thrillers, and no, honey, these books got me want more. Matter of fact, I'm not going to finish this book by tomorrow. Wait a minute. Did I, actually, I have one book on audio. I'm reading this one. I'm listening to this one on audio, and then I'm reading Lisa Jewell, None of This Is True. Now, I actually have this on my TBR for May, but I'm already in May, honey. I already done got started in May, and I definitely am loving this book so far. And once again, I got plenty of Lisa Jewell on my shelf, so I had to start reading some of her stuff. Matter of fact, I think she is coming out with a new one. Do I already have that in the cart, child? Or I'll let you know, but she does have a new one coming out that I definitely want. So you'll get to see this in my May wrap up. All right? So, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Look out. Let me tell y'all this. I'm pretty sure I mentioned on another video that, now this might not be big for some people, but I was determined, and I really just wanted to hit 100 subscribers, okay? I hit 100, and I think it was 104 subscribers as of yesterday, maybe. Yay! And like I said, that may not be big for people who are already at 1K, but it is big for me because I'm doing this for fun, for sure. And I'm just glad 100 people want to hear what I got to say. Okay? So thank you all who have subscribed to my channel. I really, really do appreciate it. Y'all blessing my whole life when y'all subscribe and when y'all like. I'm going to need y'all to talk to me. In real life, I'm not even a talker. In real life, I'm an introvert. So I'm going to need y'all to talk to me in the comments. Like I said, even if it's just leaving a little emoji and say, girl, I'm watching you, child. I ain't got much to say, but here you go. All right. So until next time, friends, keep being who you are, and that's a star. So keep shining. Bye.